I just thought to discuss few technical stuffs related to the PostgreSQL. So we'll discuss about that. Let's wait for some time and we'll start. Okay. So, so we'll start in just 2 minutes. Just wait for 2 minutes and we'll start with today's topic. I hope you guys can hear me and my voice is clear. See, now if you take the example of your PostgreSQL, the demand of the PostgreSQL database is increasing like anything. I know that in the market we have many databases are there. We have a database like Oracle, PostgreSQL, SQL Server, MySQL. But this PostgreSQL play a very important role because it is open source, so there is no additional cost for it. So nowadays, when I started talking about the PostgreSQL, I just thought why not to talk about one more important concept of PostgreSQL, and that concept we called it as a vacuuming. And this is pretty much important just to increase the performance of your PostgreSQL also, because many times when uh, you're going for an interview and people will ask you what you do to increase the performance of your PostgreSQL database. So this is also one of the important reason that you can say, and that is called vacuuming. So I'm just saying it is just one way to increase the performance. There are many other ways are there. So there is a quite famous question is like, we always do the maintenance activity on the database. Like, just take an example. Let's say I have a database, and I see that that database size is very huge, right? So when the database size is very huge, what you do, you normally try to delete some old data, right? You normally try to delete some old data. um so normally as a DBA, what I will do, I'll just try to identify the tables which are consuming more space. So let's consider that I got a EMP table which is of size around 500 GB, and I just thought like, okay, let's do one thing. Let's delete the older data. Okay. So what I will do, I'll just figure out like, okay, I have a EMP table which is of size 500 GB, and I see that this table is having huge amount of data, but there are certain data which are quite old one. So what I can do, I can just use the date column and I'll try to delete the old data. But when I'm doing the delete, uh, my main assumption is that, okay, the data will be getting deleted and I'll get some space on my operating system level. But it is not happening. Even though I deleted the old data, I see the table size is 500 GB only. The space is not getting released, right? And if someone is trying to do the join query or any SQL query on that particular table, then also the performance is very low because the table size is very huge. So in that case, as a PostgreSQL database administrator, I can see that whether we have any date tuples are available on that table. It means in PostgreSQL, if you are deleting something or if you are updating something, that record will not be deleted. That record will be there in the table only, but that will be considered as a date tuple. that will be considered as a date tuple. So in order to remove that date tuple, we have a maintenance activity is there. We called it as a vacuuming. Now this vacuuming can be automatic also or manual also. So what vacuuming will do normally, vacuuming will remove that date tuple and it will create a space on the table level so that the new data can be fitted over there. So there are two vacuumings are there. As I said, one is plain vacuuming, I would say. Plain means like let's say you deleted those rows, so you got those date tuple which is the part of that table. So you cannot use that date tuple, you cannot use that date tuple earlier, you know. But if you use the vacuum, a plain vacuum, the command is vacuum emp, the table name, basically vacuum table name. What it will do, that date tuple, you can use that date tuple for your new data. So it means you can use that date tuple to insert your new data, but it does not release the space on your operating system level. The date tuple can be reusable after you use vacuum, but there is something we call it as a vacuum full also. If you do vacuum full, that date tuple will be removed from the table completely, and you will see the space also on your operating system level. Okay, I think someone is knocking my door. Just give me 2 minutes, guys. Let me tell them. Just give me. अरे ऐसा है क्या? चालेल, ठीक आहे. आईश खालीच आहे. Sorry guys, someone was knocking the door. So where I was there? What I was telling, I forget right now. uh, what I was telling, tell me. If you guys are listening, me tell me what I was talking about. Okay, what I was talking. So I was talking about the vacuuming, right? So if you do vacuum full, it will remove the date tuple, and you will see the space on your operating system also if you do vacuum full. Then why we are not going with the vacuum full all the time? Because it is releasing the space also, it is removing all the date tuples also. The main problem is that if you do the vacuum full on that table, you on that time when the vacuum full is running, you cannot you cannot um, you cannot run any transaction on that table. So what I mean to say, the table will be locked. When the vacuum full is happening, the table will be locked. But if you do the plain vacuum, the table will be available for your transactions also. So that is the main difference between vacuum plain and vacuum full. In vacuum plain, the space will not be released on the operating system level, but yes, you can use that date tuple to insert your new data. So the date tuple will be replaced with the new data. In vacuum full, it will release the space on your operating system level, but it will lock the table. So normally we do this activity in non-business hours. You do not require any um, downtime. One more thing is there, this vacuuming can be automatic also in PostgreSQL. Let's say you think that, okay, if I deleted certain records, let's say I deleted 500 record, the vacuuming should call automatically. You can do that. If you think that, let's say 30% data has been changed, so you can that vacuum can be called automatically. That is called auto vacuum. So auto vacuum is also available. Vacuum you can use along with the analyze also. Analyze means, let's say you want to gather the statistics. Okay, when you, what is statistics? Statistics is all about, you know, giving the information to the optimizer. Like when you perform any operations like DML operations or DDL operation, your optimizer will create a execution plan. So in order to create an execution plan, statistics will help to the optimizer to know more information about your table. So if your statistics are not up to date, means let's say your statistic does not have a correct information, like wrong information, you deleted some record, you updated some record, statistic doesn't know. So that is the wrong information which is providing to the optimizer, and that will create a very bad performance. So if you want to analyze, you know, analyze means you want to make your statistics up to date, you can use vacuum. You can use vacuum analysis also. So um, vacuum analysis is also one good option. There is a question like, on daily basis gather stats for whole DB is good. It's, see, normally we do the gather statistics on the table which are changing frequently, not all the tables. Like, let's take an example. I know that I have one table is there which is changing, means let's say a lot of insert is happening, a lot of delete is happening, a lot of updates are happening on the table. On that table also we do the gather stats. If the table is not getting updated, statistics already have a correct information, right? So why do that? So running the statistics is also a extra overhead burden or extra burden to the database, because when the statistics are running, it will consume you a lot of CPU, memory, a lot of things. Okay, so we normally recommend like every after week or 2 weeks, you can do that when your business is not running. Normally it is best way to automate the things, like you can put it into the cron tab, you can write down a script and which will do the gather statistics automatically. Even this uh, even this vacuuming is a kind of maintenance activity. You can write down an automation script, just schedule it through the cron tab or through OEM, and it can do your job, right? Pretty much simple. So that's all about the PostgreSQL vacuuming concept. I just thought, like, since it is a Saturday, I got some free time. I know that I have not scheduled this YouTube live. I should be do that, but again, like, I cannot give the commitment on the times out. Like, sometimes I'll be busy. I'll be somewhere outside, so I don't want to give any false commitment. That is the reason I just thought, like, well, let's come online, discuss about a small concept. Whenever you people are live or you want to see me, you can just come and you can just see that. So that's a small thing which I thought to discuss with you. I hope you enjoyed the today's live, and if you're not watching me live, you can see it later also. Please put your questions in the comment section, we'll discuss about that. And enjoy your weekends, guys. Okay, I know that you people have a lot of questions. What about the GCP data engineering openings? Fine, we'll discuss about this all these other technologies also. But today's agenda was to discuss about PostgreSQL DBA. Thank you. Thank you, guys.